Hello, I'm Jack Lawson from the Music Room. This is day 2 in the unboxing of the Pathos InControl and InPower. Yesterday I unboxed the InControl preamplifier. Here it is on the shelf, ready to go. But it needs power amplifiers, and we're in the business of power amplifiers. And these amplifiers are the business. The main point I want to get across in this video is that the Pathos InPower amplifier is something you probably didn't see coming. For many years I owned a Pathos InPower, and it was a relatively affordable, relatively compact, but absolutely superb monoblock power amplifier. I think they stood the test of time. And they just were and are state of the art. But the new InPower Mark II is made for a different audience, really, a different buyer. It is very much a flagship product. It's very much state of the art. It is much bigger, much more heavy, much more of an amplifier, and much more up to date. I'm glad that Pathos retained the name InPower, because it is a very venerable, much respected name, and it carries on that tradition. But these are a very different animal. These are very, very state of the art. It's very hard, in all honesty, to think of anything at any size, any price, that really outperforms this. You may say that's a commercial statement. Mark and I, who carried these amplifiers in here, began to get the first taste of this because the sheer mass of this is pretty incredible. The two of us struggled, just got it in time, and no more. So, this is like a Mark Levinson number 53. It's like any monoblock, etc. What distinguishes something at this price, and if you are aspiring to this level, is that you're getting an amplifier which is pure class A, in this case 120 watts per channel. It has an insanely wide bandwidth of 8 to 200 cycles per second, which means that it calls for some care in setting up a system, because this amplifier lets everything through from very low frequencies to very, very high frequencies. That's important because it means that you get to hear everything in your music, and it's also very important because amplifiers which are limited, say 20 to 20,000, what happens to that energy of the original recording and of your signal that is below or above? It's not just filtered out, because remember, Newton's law and the conservation of energy, that energy doesn't go nowhere, it doesn't just disappear. It's reflected back into your system one way or another, and it's distortion. You hear it, it colours the sound. These, as I say, tick every box. Pathos, I think, have no equal in manufacturing state-of-the-art transparent audiophile power amplifiers. They've done it for years. This, I think, is their greatest achievement. Don't think for one moment, this is a beautiful amplifier. I want to buy it because it's beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's the most seriously designed amplifier on the planet. To make a parallel to a Ferrari, it's a Ferrari, there's no doubt about it. And Pathos is probably the equivalent of Ferrari. But it's not the same as Ferrari in technical terms, because a Ferrari is a demanding car to drive. It's a demanding car to own in many, many ways. Pathos equipment is not, and that's mainly because of their InPower technology, which gives you the convenience and the power of solid state, but it gives you the sweetness and the openness of valve liquid sound. They do that by having triode input stage and solid state output stage. It's not quite as easy as that, otherwise everybody would be doing it. They got this patent for doing it properly, and it's also, it placed a burden on Pathos many, many years ago. If they invented this technique of having a superbly transparent signal end and then the InPower, you had to get that through to the loudspeaker terminal in solid state. Perfect. And so they learned a long time how to do that, and they've done it. Now, this is the unboxing ceremony, and I'm keeping you waiting. One of the things I like very much about Pathos is that they are absolutely perfectionists in everything, including their manufacture, their design, and also in customer care. They are very, very thoughtful. So these beasts, which are difficult to use, to carry, have handles there, which, believe me, all amplifier manufacturers should do this. Also, they've got this sophisticated system that you lift the lid off to expose the amplifier on the ground, so it's very easy to handle. And they indicate, to make it clear, you don't start taking these bolts off. You take these off. You use a T20 star screwdriver, and you simply take 4 screws out on each side. Okay, it takes a little bit of time, so I've done it already, just like these baking programs where they put the cake in the oven and they don't expect you to wait for 20 minutes. I've taken out the 4 screws there, so I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm taking this very, very slowly. I don't know what to expect in here. An owner's handbook. Okay, right, well, I have read one before, so I don't need to read it just now. UK mains plug, very thoughtful. So many manufacturers, they just send you a US one or a European Schuko. This packing is very, very clever. They even indicate in the box, by the way, which is the front and which is the rear. I mean, they're such a thoughtful, helpful company, Pathos. Very, very simple to remove. Protection there. And here we have a sort of red Ferrari style cover. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I mean, my goodness. I hope you can see this in the camera. Oh my goodness. The photographs do not prepare you for something so beautiful. They have a little set of LEDs in there to indicate things. They have these little hidden switches there. To switch on the amplifier, you can either do it with 12 volt triggers or, neatest thing on earth, they've got a little tiny button in there. But, well, that's the unboxing. I mean, they made it very easy and I just chattered on a lot. What else can I say about it? I am just absolutely overwhelmed. I mean, there is no other amplifier on this planet that just looks like it. But don't think for one moment that you should buy this amplifier because it looks so beautiful. You buy it because I don't really know if there is a better monoblock amplifier in the world. I really don't know. Visiting the factory and seeing how they are made me realize, probably for the first time, that Pathos Acoustics, they're not just nice people, they're not just great craftsmen, they're not just fantastic designers, they are absolutely at the cutting edge of audiophile technology. Some of the things that they are making inside there really surprised me. So it's a beautiful combination of Italian craftsmanship, where they make so much themselves, and also they are in touch with the very, very latest audiophile techniques to make their circuitry extremely reliable and absolutely state-of-the-art. I heard these working at the factory, and the musical sound that they make is just everything you would expect from this class of equipment. Huge soundstage, effortless, dynamically powerful, etc. But what I like so much about these, you get the best of both worlds. It's not like some of these solid-state amplifiers, which are clinical, clean. I call them tinnitus machines, because people at my age, they make your ears ring. They've got so much detail and they're immediately impressive. And then at the other extreme, you have valve amplifiers, which are warm, syrupy sound. If you like that, you might enjoy it when you first hear it, but when you start to use it, it's just the same sound signature that you're getting. It's doing that to all music. But this amplifier does it properly. In other words, it's very high resolution, very fast sound, very detailed, but it captures the full harmonic warmth, not its own sound signature, but the full harmonic warmth of the music. So when you play jazz, when you play classics, when you play solo, when you play acoustic, even when you play historic mono recordings, it just retrieves the signal And when you play an audiophile material, you just fall off your seat with the realism of it. Well, the unboxing ceremony is now over. I'm now going to install it, and thanks for watching.